Hey, you new parents. These first few months of having a newborn are certainly demanding. And if you're watching this video, your sleep is probably suffering just a bit too. So we're gonna give you some tips for how you, the parent, can get some of your best sleep during this time. Hey everyone, I'm Adria. Welcoming a baby into your world means that you're making a lot of adjustments. And let's be honest, you're probably just in survival mode. Now, there are a ton of resources out there to help you get your newborn on a solid sleep schedule and sleep routine. But it's just as important that you also take care of yourself during this time. While it's likely that you'll need to get used to fragmented sleep, at least for a while, there are some things you can do to make sure that you're not entirely sleep deprived. Nap when your baby naps. I know, it can be incredibly tempting to catch up on laundry, or do a few quick dishes, prep lunch or dinner, or even just zone out on Instagram for an hour. But research shows that just a 10 to 20 minute power nap can be perfect for recharging mentally and physically. And it can go a long way toward reducing your stress level too. Okay, our second tip, say no and be okay with it. So what do I mean by this? Those first several weeks of your child's life are exciting, and you're probably gonna have a steady stream of visitors wanting to meet the little one. But think about this as a good opportunity to practice saying no, or at least not yet. You may want to avoid having too many visitors during those first couple of months, especially as your child isn't likely to have their full complement of shots prior to 2 months. But as you and your child work to get on a routine, it's okay to delay some visitors until after you feel like you've established a more predictable schedule for you and your baby. In other words, ease into having visitors. Tip number 3, keep your bedtime routine and your bedroom consistent. Here's what we mean. Just like kids thrive on routine and predictability, adults do too. So first, try to keep as consistent of a bedtime and routine as possible. If you like going to bed at 10 p.m., then try to stick to that the best you can. You don't have to be rigid about it, but the more you can stick to your routine, the better. And then make your bedtime routine something to look forward to as a family. Settle in with a good bedtime story, for example, or dim the lights to set the mood for sleep. And once your child falls asleep, find some time to connect with your partner through a movie or a conversation over wine or tea, but make it intentional. Tip number 4, ask for help, really. And this takes on 2 different forms. First, share the nighttime responsibilities with your partner if you can. Try a one night on, one night off method where one of you runs point on caring for your baby at night, and then the other one sleeps with either earplugs or in a different room altogether, and then the next night switch. The idea here is for at least one of the parents or caregivers to get a solid, uninterrupted night of sleep. We probably don't need to tell you, it'll be a game changer. The other form asking for help can take is reaching out to friends, grandparents, even trusted neighbors to watch your baby while you get a quick nap. Parenting during these early weeks and months is trying to make it from one day to the next amidst a chaotic and hectic schedule. But don't be afraid to ask for help so that you can get a nap, get some alone time, or even just get outside by yourself. These small breaks can be incredibly rejuvenating for your overall mood and help you re-enter parent mode feeling a little bit more refreshed. Our final tip is this: start sleep training, but not too soon. Think about starting around the 6-month mark. Of course, the reason your sleep schedule is probably so chaotic is because your sleep schedule is chaotic. Your baby is new and growing, and there just isn't a semblance of a schedule yet. But around the 6-month mark is a great time to begin sleep training. Of course, the internet is gonna have a lot of strong opinions about which sleep training you should do. Just make sure it's something that you and your partner can agree on. And look, the point of sleep training is to get your baby on a schedule that they can stick to, and in turn, something that you can rely on so you can get better sleep. Look, these early weeks of a baby's life are equally exciting and utterly exhausting. I know. But taking just a few of these steps can make a real difference between being a tired parent and an exhausted one. And hey, maybe you don't have a newborn, maybe you have a child that's around 12 months old and they're just not sleeping the way that they used to, and in turn, you're not sleeping the way that you used to. If that's the case, check out our tips on how to manage a 12-month sleep regression. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sleep well.